Well, hi there. I'm yes, let's let the music quiet down. I'm Diana Montford, the world's first transgender television journalist. Look on YouTube, there's the proof. Born male, became female, and you can see me dating back to 1990 when I started this show with the fabulous Mr. Quentin Crisp. My guest is the equally fabulous Ms.
Thank
Brooke
you.
Cerda, who is a transgender activist who is starting a group here in Brooklyn, in New York, and she's going to tell us all about it. And it's a group for transgender women who might need, a discussion group just to get together and commune with one another, and that's always a good thing. And here she is, Miss Brooke Cerda.
Thank you, Diana. It's a wonderful introduction. I'm so glad that you're having me back. I hope people are already starting to get used to me because I'm hoping to be a regular, at least once in a while. Stop by.
Well, obviously, we had you on something like 2 months ago, and here you are.
I know. I'm so honored, to be back. And so I have a lot of, in the past 2 months, a lot of stuff happened.
Such as what?
Well, I was on every national network.
Why?
Because we went to protest on Fifth Avenue, Trump Tower.
Yes.
And one of our leaders got attacked. And I was really scared for his life. And
why were you protesting?
well, the Republican Party, it seems like it has been abducted by the KKK. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
Well, if any KKK members object, too bad for them. You were saying?
Well, it just it doesn't happen with other people. I feel like we were singled out for being Mexicans.
Uh-huh.
And
because Trump said, he said that this is Donald Trump and his wonderful sense of tact and good cheer. He said that Mexicans are drug dealers and rapists and I don't know what else. And as we all know, there was that ever-famous rapist Dolores Del Rio, and Ramon Navarro was dealing drugs between scenes and Metro. But yes. Anyway, and we won't even discuss other...
I'm so glad you mentioned Dolores Del Rio because
Maria Félix.
She, especially, but in Hollywood, Dolores was a trailblazer here in Hollywood.
Yes.
And people didn't want to tell her she was Mexican, and they want to make her pass for some other stuff.
Yeah.
But she was Mexican.
Totally.
And she
basically made the Mexican film industry when in 1943 or so she went back to Mexico.
Yeah, she got accused of being communist, and she got kicked out.
She lived in ermine. She dripped diamonds. In my experience, people who love ermine and diamonds are not communists.
I mean, where did they come up with that?
Yeah.
But go figure. I mean, once again, but we are Mexicans, and that makes us very vulnerable. We have constantly in the media, we've always been assassinated. Our character is being assassinated. We always
Why?
Well, we are next door neighbors, and we are very.
Well, Los Angeles was once in Mexico until it was stolen.
And
by probably my group, the Spaniards. Oh dear.
I'm so glad you say stolen because they actually.
Thanks for the gold, honey.
I know, because actually they were Santana was the person, the guy who signed the purchase or whatever the contract. I don't even know why they want to justify it, but they put it just as a precedent for 6 months. So they can do this transaction.
Oh, yeah.
They go say how valid these transactions are, but, they took almost half of our country.
Well, California was Mexico until it wasn't. So there you are.
Yeah, but I have great news because, now Mr. Trudeau has been saying that he's going to reverse the fact that, they're asking us to get a visa to go to Canada.
Yeah.
So they say that they're going to reverse that. And Mexicans were going to allow to go back to Canada again, visit Canada without a visa,
naturally.
Because we are siblings. We are the same continent, and we have to remember that America is a continent. It's not a country.
No, no.
You know, it's like, it's really
Los
weird.
Estados Unidos es un país.
Hello.
Pero el continente de América es el continente de
Yeah.
América. Norteamérica, también hay Sudamérica.
Yeah, exactly. Central America and Mexico is actually North America. If people know a little bit of geography, they might know that we are North Americans too. So, that.
Well, there's a wonderful line in West Side Story. They're singing, things are so nice in America. And at one point, it's talking about Puerto Ricans, they say, nobody knows that Puerto Rico is in America. So there you go.
Yes, hello. And that Puerto Rico is a country.
Yeah, well, it's a territory.
Well, it got annexed, but
It's sort of, you know, as
it's
soon
a big
as,
discussion.
Right.
I mean, but I know a lot of my Puerto Rican
you-
friends, they tell me we are a country. So I go by what
well,
they
yes,
say.
but in this country, in the U.S., monolithic imperializing monster that it is,
Say it.
it's
Say it.
yes,
You need to say it.
it's territory, and they're not allowed to vote in, I believe, the presidential election.
Yeah, they're like, well, they're colonized, and we have to also remember that a lot of us, we still have a colonial mindset because, you know, we were never being able to be a colony if it wasn't because we were like divide and conquer kind of thing.
Sure.
And we're still very divided.
Well, also, I have to admit, the Spaniards came. I'm half Spanish, from Spain. We came, we murdered you, we gave you syphilis, not in that order, although some of us were kinky enough to do it in that order. But no, we took your gold, we enslaved you, we made you Catholic, whether you wanted to be or not, and you never even said thank you. Oh,
I'm so glad that
that's what we
that
get
you were
for,
acknowledging
yes,
because-
for just destroying the total
because I
Aztec.
had a lot of confrontation with Spaniards that they don't even like, you know, they still think like, they see me like I'm just like, you know, wearing a cloth loin and like I don't even know, you know, they always like start talking down to me. So I'm very glad that you actually acknowledge
They talk
that.
down to you.
Yeah.
Well, I won't tell you what I know about Spain, but now there's a reason why all these Spaniards left Spain. Maybe we said adios. Vete al otro mundo, adios.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
good.
so,
Like
yeah.
people like Ofelia Gilmain, that she was amazing in my country, and she was like, you know, you're right. A lot of people that probably left because they were not agreeing with, you
Yes.
know, colonialism
Sure.
and stuff, you know. But it is like the reason I brought out divide and conquer is because right now it hurts me a lot to see that we are under attack.
Why?
And-
Well, consider the source. Donald Trump. It's an
but
honor to
people
be
keep
attacked by.
quiet.
He's an idiot.
I know, but you know, I mean, we live in New York City. We don't know what happens in other states. In other states, it's real. I'm seeing videos, you know, people drag in the floor just for
Excuse
being
me.
Mexicans. People
they always have.
urinated on. People beat up just
I
for
know
being
people who pay
Mexicans.
plenty for that.
Because
but
that's yes, that's actually in New York City. It's kind of like the other, you know, it's still done, but not as an oppression because it's more as freedom, sexual freedom, and that's very different. Let's say it too, you know. You know.
In other words, what you're saying is that in other areas of the country, of the U.S., people who are Mexican and probably Latin in general, including Spaniards,
Are persecuted.
Colombians, Puerto Ricans, I should smoke more, you know. Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Argentinians, everyone are persecuted because they are of Latin origin. I say, who cares? Who cares? I mean, I speak two languages, English and Spanish. Most of the people who are trying to persecute Latins speak one language, English and only just. So, I mean, do I care what these people think of me? My father was Irish and Scottish, born in Baltimore, Maryland. His sister didn't realize that my mother was listening on the extension because my father said, I want to introduce you to my sister when they were about to get married. So he said, listen on the extension. So she did. And his sister said to my father, well, if you marry that spick, I'll, you know, and
Wow.
yeah. But my mother let it go because...
Welcome to the family.
Right, exactly. But my mother let it go because
This is
we're
what I'm
used
telling
to
you.
this.
They talk down to
Who
you.
cares? They're
They talk
pigs.
down-
I don't care. I don't give a
I mean,
damn.
I don't care either, but you know, I'm not going to like sit there or whatever. I just refuse
A
to
bunch
have
of crackers.
contact.
Who gives a damn?
Yeah, well,
Well,
Okay. You're gonna get me in trouble.
why?
No, I'm just saying. No, but the reason is that, again, like I said, that divide and
I don't give
conquer.
a good goddamn
is
what white
because-
trash thinks of me, honey. I consider it an honor to be hated by these people because they don't know shit from Shinola. So if they hate me, that means I'm great.
I know, but it's just like I have a lot of Caucasian friends, so.
I am Caucasian. You're mostly
And
Caucasian.
you're my friend too. so.
Yes. No, but I mean,
Well, I don't know. I have to do a DNA test because I told you, like, my father is extremely dark skinned. He actually.
so Sofia Loren.
He actually looks of African descent,
Oh.
My mom has the thin nose, but my father has like a little nose. So and stuff like
So
that.
long as he doesn't have a little dick, you're in business.
I wouldn't know it's my father. I don't care. Come on.
I wish I could say that. No, oh, no, that's a joke.
Okay, that's
Anyway.
a different show. Totally.
But I don't care what Trump thinks of me.
I don't either, but people they take him seriously for real. Taylor Swift just, keeps talking about how Trump is so great and he loves his
I don't care what Taylor
policy
Swift thinks of
on
me either.
immigration policy, but it's very responsible.
She said that?
She said that. She thinks Trump is the best candidate for the best that can happen to this country.
Get
she
out of
is
here.
worshiping
Taylor Swift said
Taylor
that?
Swift. And the media don't pick it up because they say, oh, it's controversial. They shut you down like other people. All the media, they're shutting you down. When you speak the truth, they shut you down. And we need to say it. We need to say it. There's a lot of people, one by one, each publication are starting to worship Trump. First is like People Magazine, New York Magazine, Rolling Stone gave him the cover. Actually, I think New York Magazine says a political genius, something. They put a wig, tried
Yes,
to say
but
it
they
was George
said it.
Washington.
I read the article.
Oh, you read it? Okay, I don't even bother
I
to
did.
read that.
And
Trash.
they said that he was a
Trash.
genius because he was pandering to, frankly, the lower elements of our society, that he knew how to get ahead by basically dangling a banana before the great unwashed.
banana?
Or
What a banana
something.
has to do
And
with it?
saying, peasants, I've come to save you. Here, eat this. That in that sense, excuse me, he is a
Why you
genius.
put it on the cover? And with that wig, like it's George Washington, or something, and it's just kind of like, and now we have Saturday Night Live who offer Trump, to host the show.
All this, we don't know when this is on film, and we don't know when this is going to air. And all this might just be totally meaningless to people after Trump quits or his Mexican maid poisons him or something.
I know, right? Because he's gonna go to any restaurant that he goes. There we are. Watch what you eat, Trump.
Have a sandwich.
Yeah, and not just that. I'm hoping not just that. Something else in that sandwich.
Oh, like what? Strychnine?
I don't know, something
Rat
that.
poison.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying. No.
What a waste of good rat poison,
I don't say that, but you said it. So, and you said it. That's good. I didn't have to say it.
Well,
No, it is just outrageous. How divided we are, and everybody
that's the point.
quiet.
They insist on dividing us so we won't coalesce and say, the 1%, they're abusing us. We, the 99%, protest. That I do Evita well. They, we're the Latin blood. What can I say? They do not want us to come together and say we do not. So they separate us. They, oh look, Latinos. Oh look, black people. Oh Asians. Oh Greeks. Oh Trumps. Oh everybody. They want us not to be together because if we get together, as you know, then we can. There's power
Pack
in
a punch.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, we are right now. We're all so separated. We go like this. Oh yeah. You should stop doing that. Mm-hmm. But imagine if we are united. We go like.
Exactly. Which
done,
is why they do
done,
not
knock
want
you
us
out.
to
Mama
be.
say knock you out. So, and it's so sad, but it hurts a lot. It hurts
Why?
a lot. Because I have like
I don't give a shit.
I have
Listen,
a lot of
I've
Jewish
been hurt
friends.
so many times.
I have
you
a
think
lot of
I
Jewish
care what
friends.
fucking Donald Trump thinks of me?
And I know, but like I say, it's causing a lot of attacks against Mexican immigrants. Not
But,
even
all
Mexican.
right, you were saying you have a lot of Jewish friends. What does that have to do with Trump?
But they know what it's like to be
Oh,
singled
sure.
out, persecuted.
Yes, and so do
in
gays,
my
and so do
building,
women.
nobody even reach out to me say wow, that really sucks.
Oh, okay. Because they think you're a
empathy,
grown-up and that you know
that.
it's bullshit.
But you know that it's my people that they are under attack. That
Earlier
imagine,
in this conversation, you said you're glad that I admit that Spain raped Mexico and stole from it and stole Mexico.
acknowledge.
I am not hurt by this. Yes, smart Spain. Brr. Yes, 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 yes.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
I mean, I'm not hurt that Spain is a nation of criminals who colonized the world. I'm glad I'm Spanish. Hey, give me that gold. Yeah, okay. What do you care what Trump thinks of Mexicans? Who gives a shit?
All right, I'm going to answer your question. The reason I care is because it's hate speech. And every time you start telling people are evil, people are this, people start persecuting you. People are saying and this is why so many incidents have happened where a lot of Mexicans have been jumped on.
But they
I'm
always
talking
are.
about delivery. Yeah, but now it has to spike.
Because of
Spike,
the
especially
approval
in the
of
South.
and in California, los Chicanos.
Because they say Mexico sends the worst. They are all rapists. They are drug lords. They are, what else did he say?
That's very funny because so many Mexicans are suffering from poverty. Where are all these rich drug lords and everything,
That's what I say. Where is the evidence? We are not the ones who's the superpower of the world. The United States is.
Exactly.
So it's where's great resources or anything, And
as far as I can tell, wearing a dress as you are, I would say that most women are safe from you if you are a rapist.
I don't know what to make of that. I don't even consider rape as, I don't know. It's a very serious issue.
I was raped when I was 6 years old at summer camp. I was a 6-year-old boy, and I was raped by an Italian priest who came from Italy, and he drugged and raped me. And he wasn't Mexican, folks. So there you go.
Yeah.
Are we supposed to say that all Italian priests are rapists? Or all people in upstate New York, this camp was in upstate New York, are rapists? That's bullshit.
But then again, the Catholic religion, it's just
Which
protects,
we imposed on you.
Yes, but it just protects these criminals, and it's almost impossible to prosecute them.
Well, that's because
I mean, now it's starting.
Look, we talk about that horny old priest all the time, so screw him. Boy, I should be his publicist. If the old bastard's still alive, he should send me a silver chalice or something. Anyway, forget that guy. Let's talk about Trump and the way he hates Latinos. I don't care that Trump hates Latinos. I don't like Trump. Trump should ask me what I think of him. Why do you get hurt? You get hurt because you're afraid that Mexican people who are not as strong as you are will be beaten up in the streets or maybe even murdered by the idiot, Yahoo, fool, ninny idiots out there, right?
And this thing can escalate. You know what's happening in Haiti? Now they're trying to deport all these people of Haitian descent. They were born in Haiti, and they're not even giving them their documents. So, and how did it start? All these ethnic cleansings, they started like a joke.
Well,
and people, they think oh, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Look at the immigrant crisis in Eastern Europe.
Excuse me, that is it. This is an ethnic cleansing all across the board. This is as pernicious as Nazism. It is Nazism under a different name. This time around, maybe the Jews aren't targeted, but other groups are. This is every bit as pernicious as Nazism. All this business of, all Mexicans are rapists, or whatever he said, drug lords, or let's get those Eskimos right now, or a pox on Albanians. I mean, this is ridiculous, But we have to be ever vigilant because we cannot allow this crap. But you cannot get hurt because who cares?
No, I don't feel hurt personally. Like you say, I'm very strong. This is why I'm an activist. I mean, if you're an activist, people know, if anybody's an activist, you have to have skin this thick. because you become like a
Let's put it this way.
rod for.
Right, exactly. Being a
crap.
sissy isn't for sissies.
Exactly.
Yeah, you have to have balls to be a woman. Let's put it that way.
Pretty much.
I had to grow balls to be a woman. Yes, sisterhood is powerful, and so are these babies down here. No. Oh, that was rude.
Well, I have ovaries. We just descended.
Yes.
But that's about it.
Yes,
But yeah, TMI, by the way.
What is TMI?
Too much information.
Okay. Anyway, you should see my clit. It is so long.
Yes, just to see that. And people discriminate against enlarged clitoris. I don't know why.
Yeah, because they want to suck on that monster.
Yeah, I know, right? they say they hate you during the day and they adore you in the evening.
Oh, haven't we all seen that one? Yes. Oh, please. So-called straight men, don't walk so close, don't walk. And then, oh, I love you, I love you.
But
and then, yes, okay, down. Oh, God.
And I heard that
the St. Masterpiece Theater,
they paid a lot of money to do that. Can you imagine that?
No, really? Oh.
I heard that.
Is it possible that anyone would be I believe the term is prostitute.
Sex worker.
Oh, yes, whatever. No, well, I was a dominatrix forever. I used to whip men like Trump for a small fortune, thank you.
I know, you probably did. You just don't remember him.
I would remember him. The smell would remind me.
Ew.
But anyway.
Manure.
Yes.
Speaking of manure.
Yeah, tired of the same old shit. But anyway.
How much time do we have? Because we haven't talked about the news.
We have 6 minutes.
I have to give the news.
Okay, give us the news.
In 6 minutes.
I want the news. Give me the news.
Yeah, which I'll come back to talk about it. I'm partnering with Red Umbrella Project, which is an amazing organization which you should all be supporting financially and in any way you can. Because it's an organization, it's the only organization who is a nonprofit. They have their 501c3 status that is owned and operated for sex workers, by sex workers, for sex workers.
Have you ever been a sex worker?
No, I'm an ally. I'm a staunch ally. I think it's just like
maybe
sex
if you
work.
changed your hair.
I know, right? No, sex work is work. And it's like we need to decriminalize it because, just by saying that's illegal, we also putting their lives in danger because they say like it comes along with the territory. No, violence shouldn't be coming with sex work.
Yeah.
Why do people relate violence and sex work? No.
No.
But anyway, Red Umbrella is focused on amplifying the voices of sex workers to be treated with dignity and respect. Like every other human being. Your humanity does not change just because you are a busboy or you're a sex worker or you're a factory worker.
Yes, all those things we Latins are so good at.
Same.
Yes.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, for some reason, that's the only jobs they give us, right? So we are typecast.
Well, no, they think those are let's talk about the Latin lawyers, doctors,
Oh, yes.
Writers.
But a lot of times, as immigrants, when we first come to the country, I had to pay my dues.
Oh, sure.
I was a bus girl. I was a waitress all my life before
my
I
mother
was
was
an
a
activist.
flamenco dancer,
Nice.
to survive. You should see my mother.
And did you learn?
No. I was lazy.
Anyway,
I was too busy being a sex worker. No. That's not true.
I want everybody who's watching this, if you know a trans feminine person,
Excuse me.
gender non-conforming trans feminine person, let them know that it's going to be the third Thursday of every month. We are holding a meeting on Prince Street. It's 137 Prince Street in Brooklyn, New York. Please look it up and look at Red Umbrella Project on Facebook or Twitter and ask him for more information. This is only for trans feminine people. We
Meaning
want to create.
F2Ms need not apply.
Yes, for now. We're trying to have a space.
What if they're sex workers?
I
see what you're saying. You want a women's space.
Yeah, it doesn't
for
matter.
trans
They don't have to
women.
be
I see
sex
what you mean.
workers.
Yes.
We're just using the space because they're going to be able to give us transportation because a lot of times I have to say I have no shame. I don't have a Metro card to go back and forth. So I'm always asking, hey, hook me out with a Metro card where possible. And also there's going to be dinner served, and because we don't have any spaces.
How can people get hold of your website?
They can look me see here on Twitter, which is Brooke Cerda, and I'm sorry, translatinas_NY. And you are seeing right now on the screen my name. You can just Google it, and you can see my Instagram, my Tumblr, my Facebook. I have 2 Facebook, 2 Twitters, one in Spanish, one in English. I have 2 YouTube channels. You know, you can just, you can just hook me up, contact me over there, or send me an email at brookecerda@gmail.com. That's Brooke Cerda, like the way you see it on the screen, at gmail.com.
And I have a cold, but anyway.
Oh, poor thing.
If you're a trans
Pobrecita.
woman, no, estoy bien. If you are a trans woman at any stage of development, even if you're just questioning, contact Brooke's organization. Go. If you're poor and you need dinner, Brooke.
Yes, I can tell you there are resources, there are pantries. They can tell you, like, there might be places, the churches that we can go have some dinner. If they're senior citizens, there's also SAGE. They always give us free dinner and stuff or people over 60. But if you're a trans woman, they cut us and they give us 50 years old. So, you can come to a group. We're starting also a group in Harlem.
And even if you're
which
under
is
50.
Tanya Zapanza.
Oh, I love
starting
Tanya,
her group
yes.
next week.
Tanya
at
Walker. Well, we don't know
Sage.
when it's going to start.
No. She already did the flyers.
Okay.
It's next week.
Yes,
in
but
Harlem.
when we're going to show this.
Oh, yeah. But they can just go to Sage. All they have to do is contact Sage.
And if you're under 50, when you go to Brooke's thing, they'll give you dinner anyway.
Oh, yeah. You can
You're
be
hungry, they'll
under
feed you.
50, over 50, any age. As long as you're a trans feminine person, you are welcome to come have dinner with us.
How about if a trans woman comes with, say, her child or her significant other or something?
Significant other, no. I mean, children,
Yeah,
they
'cause
have
food
to,
is
we
in
have to
short
bring it
supply
because,
in this. Yes,
we're
yes.
not going to
Exactly, and if you want to contribute.
But a lot of times, unfortunately, our communities, a lot of times it's not there yet. And, men come to our spaces and it's like,
Yes, I know. The chasers and the men who
yes.
say, "Oye, mami,
no
where you
chasers
going
welcome.
to?" Yes.
No chasers
chasers
welcome. Stay
welcome.
away.
And on
this
that
is a
note,
women's space.
Anyway, my guest has been Miss Brooke Cerda. Look her up on Cerda. In Spain, we say Cerda. Cerda. Look her up on Twitter and YouTube. I'm Diana Montford. This has been the Diana Montford Show. Even if no one else loves you, I love you. Although being the tacky broad that I am, that might not be a plus. But anyway, I love you anyway. I'm me. What can I say? I love you a lot. And you're not alone. You got me, folks. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Love you a lot. Bye.
Bye.